Hi folks, welcome back to Math with Captain Rod. Making this video here to demonstrate for you how to find the other 5 trig functions given the value of one trig function and a little more information about where the angle's at. So the first thing we want to do here is draw ourselves a picture. I always start with a coordinate system. Remember that angles are always measured with respect to the positive x-axis, with counterclockwise generally considered positive. Now, if the cosine function is negative, which apparently it is in this example, that means we have to be on the left somewhere, either in quadrant 2 or 3. Furthermore, the tangent function in this example is positive. That occurs in quadrant 3, where both the sine and the cosine are negative. So when we draw our picture here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a circle radius 4, because cosine is x over r. So that angle is going to look something like this. Here's our angle theta. I'm going to draw myself a little triangle here. And since cosine is x over r, x is going to be minus 1, x, and then the radius of the circle is going to be 4. This side I don't know. I'm going to call it y for just a moment. Now we'll go ahead and find it by Pythagorean Theorem on this triangle. So negative 1 squared plus y squared has to equal 4 squared. So this is going to read 1 plus y squared is equal to 16. So y squared is going to equal 15. So y is equal to plus or minus root 15. Now we know that we are down here in quadrant 3, so the solution we want is minus square root 15 for y. Now we can go ahead and start writing out values for the other trig functions. So let's see, sine theta is equal to y, which is minus root 15, over the radius, 4. Tan theta is y minus root 15 over x minus 1, so that ends up being just plus root 15. Now, the other 3 trig functions we can get, from their definitions, for example, cotangent is x over y and so forth, or we can just use the reciprocal identities, which I'm going to go ahead and do. Cotan theta is 1 over tan theta, so that's going to be 1 over root 15. Secant theta is 1 over cosine theta, so that's going to be 1 over minus 1/4, which is minus 4. And cosecant theta, that's 1 over sine theta, and here's the sine theta, so that's going to be minus 4 over root 15. All right, and I think we're done here. So some things about these problems. Okay, starting here, if your cosine is minus 1/4, keep in mind cosine is x over r. The actual value of x depends on what you decide to use for r. If you use a unit circle where r is 1, then x would be minus 1/4, and then you'll get a fraction value for y. I find these problems to work out very nice if we just say, okay, this is x and this is r, and just use a circle of the appropriate radius. Next step is typically find the missing value, in this case the y value, and then just write out your trig functions according to how they're defined, y over r, y over x, etc., etc., etc. Hope that this video helps demonstrate these concepts. Have a great day.